Okay, guys, this is about 3 months after the wildfire, and I am at, those of you, the FTA and hammocks, Florida hammockers, I'm at Hidden Pond. You can see this is the approach from the north, heading south here to Hidden Pond. This all got burned up. It was a little weird because I was going through patches of burnt and non-burnt, and here's Hidden Pond. The pond itself looks pretty good. Looks like we still have the walk down, where you walk down into the pond, nice and sandy lane there. I'm gonna walk over here, and as you can see, all along here, you can see the burnt area, but the palmettos have bounced back. So, yay for palmettos, I guess. Little saw palmettos. And some of the trees over here look like they survived pretty good. So that's good. A little strange that it would burn right up to that. Now this tree right here, it's all dead leaves and such, this oak tree. Looks like it got a little singe down on the bottom there, the bottom of its trunk. But it doesn't, after oh wait, no, I take that back. I see signs of life. I see some green leaves there. So it looks like this tree survived. But it looks like it came right up to that tree line and stopped. So, but anyways, let's walk over here to the campsite. Again, this is 3 months after the wildfire. Still not sure whether or not the trail is actually technically open yet. It's strange because every other forest fire that we've had near in Florida, it's usually after about a month, 3 weeks, they'll open everything back up. Here, however, they have really dragged their feet, I think. Now, there was no signs or anything going at the trailhead that said I couldn't come in, but I did see some yellow tape tied to a tree, so I'm not sure what the hell that was about. So, anyways, nice and dry to the approach. Looks like the pond level is slightly down. This pond actually is spring fed. Don't see any alligators or anything in there. Which on occasion you'll find one or two. Alright, walking up. Here's the approach into it. Alright, well, it looks okay for this point of view. Got the trees are nice and green. I don't see any burn marks on the trunks over here. Here's the actual common area, if you want to call it. Everything looks good. I mean, still got some greenery on this side. Plenty of greenery on this side. It doesn't look like the fire actually got over here. And of course, wouldn't be Hidden Pond without someone leaving trash. So, fun. So, the fire pit still here. Trees usually hang on. Still here on this side. Go over here to the Crooked Sapling Pond, which is the back end of Hidden Pond. Again, nice and green over here. Green over here. Yeah, well, it looks pretty good. I was worried there for a while. This is one of my favorite spots in the whole universe. And looks like it fared pretty well. Looks like there was no damage over there. Over here, I'm going to go over here to the point. And please excuse jitteriness, whatever, as I'm walking with my phone. We got some water and crooked sapling, which is good. It can occasionally go dry, but looks good over here. Now over here, you can actually see some of the fire damage. It looks like it came right up. Here are those saw palmettos, and you can see where the trunks have been burnt. And look over here, you see the trees. It came right up to this point. That is wild. So, walking over here to the point. Walking in here, a lot of the small trees have been completely burned. I don't think they're coming back. At least after 3 months of rain and sunshine, I saw no sign of budding on huge swaths of the forest. It looks like the underbrush has come back with a vengeance. Both the saw palmettos, excuse me, and the other types of grasses and such, those have appeared to bounce back. I also saw lots of signs of wildlife. I saw deer tracks, bear scat, even saw a snake. So looks like the wildlife's coming back, but it'll be a little bit of time before the trees come back to where they were. Back in the 90s, I believe it was the last great wildfire out here, and it completely decimated it. The Florida trail people I've talked to say it was like walking on the surface of the moon. Everything was gray. All right, so here we are approaching the peak here. Let me see. Not too many people have been coming out here in the past 3 months, so everything's kind of overgrown a bit. I think I can zoom in here. Now it looks like the fire did get in here, because this used to be a lot more shaded. Let me see in here. This is a place where I used to hang when I came out here. All right, well, this little hollow seems to be in pretty good shape. Yeah, these oak trees seem to be no worse for wear. So yeah, there's no charring or anything like that. I used to hang from like that branch to this tree, and it still looks like I can. Let me look back in here. This used to be like the porta potty back in here. And again, it looks pretty good. It's a little strange because you got this greenery, then over there some of the trees are burnt, and over there some of the trees are burnt. So it's almost as if it skipped this section. I don't know, it's wild. As you can see the pine trees. You can see where they got burnt. And they got some dead needles, and then above the dead needles, got nice green ones. So it's good to know that they bounce back. Now these probably survived because they're in this nice little marshy area, being fed by crooked sapling with the water. So these trees probably had a good amount of water in their trunks to help survive the burn. So now this poor pine tree doesn't look like it survived. A little gnarly thing, gnarled up from the ground and trying to grow up, and looks like it was knocked down by the fire. This is a shame. But anyways, all in all, I would say Hidden Pond survived well. It survived the last one as well. Although the fire department was kind of responsible for that part. I should say fire department. I should say more like the U.S. Forestry Services Fire Department. They actually used Hidden Pond as a water source to fill their tanks back then. And they used it as like a base of operations. So they made sure it wasn't going to burst into flames or anything. So anyways, that is Hidden Pond and Crooked Sapling Pond. In case you're curious, the United States Forest Service says that this forest fire was caused by lightning. Although there's a bit of controversy about that. Some people believe, because there's a bombing range not too far away, a few miles away. I should say few, I'd say about 7 or 8 miles away. I believe it's called Pinecrest. And a lot of people think, both in this forest fire and the last one, that it was a pilot error, and they may have dropped some bombs, some arsenal, causing the fires because of the way the fire was burning and the damage and everything. But that is yet to be seen. This scene, you know, the federal government doesn't always like to admit when it's done wrong. That's history for you. But anyways, this is Little Ricky, and I'm signing off.